Welcome back. Mount Loretta, unique wilderness area, whatever you want to call it. We're here for Walking and Talking episode 17, where I'm walking and talking to you guys. Today is probably going to be a bit of a rambly video. The wind's blowing like crazy, so my apologies if the audio is a little garbage, but there's not much I can do about it more than I already am. So today's gonna be a bit of a rambly video because I'm gonna talk about my theories, predictions, all that for Endgame. Let's start with who I think is gonna survive this movie. I think pretty much everybody in the MCU is kind of safe, especially since there's a lot of sequels coming up and not a lot of characters that will be coming out to fill the big shoes that could leave. I think there's kind of three characters that might be at risk, and that's Tony Stark, Thor, and Captain America. Captain America has Bucky Barnes to fill his shoes. So I think if they wanted to sacrifice him, I would hope that if they do sacrifice him, they kind of, instead of killing him off, they take him, travel him back in time to his sweetheart and leave him there to live happily ever after. Sorry, happily ever after. I don't know that they would do that. That's just me kind of theorizing and hoping. I think it would be kind of a nice gesture, and again, it would open up the door for Bucky Barnes to become more of a prominent character and have maybe his own standalone movie. Thor is next. I think Chris Hemsworth has expressed that he is kind of ready to explore new options and avenues in his career. So I think if they wanted to remove him from the MCU, now might be a good time to do it. I really hope they don't, because the last Thor movie was fantastic. I really would love to see them maybe bring Loki back, as well as bring Hulk back, obviously, and do another Ragnarok movie, because those three together are fantastic. They're fun, and who doesn't want to see a Ragnarok too? So obviously I hope he survives. Tony Stark is the last one, and I think he's probably the most likely. Aside from Cap, I think he's probably going to see his last movie here in Endgame. There's not necessarily somebody to step up into his role as the standalone Iron Man. I think they could maybe move Iron Man to a more supporting role after this movie and have maybe like a Ragnarok style movie where maybe there's two characters working together, maybe like actually maybe Hulk and Rhodey could basically do their own standalone movie, or maybe Rhodey is going to join the Guardians or something like that. But I think Tony Stark has kind of achieved his overall arc, and I think it might be time for him to pass his mantle on, as well as exit the MCU, at least for the most part and for now, because obviously my kind of one gripe with comics and the MCU in general is I've got a good feeling death is going to lose a lot of its stakes. So there is going to be no consequence for death, but just death is not a permanent fate. So that's, I think, my three kind of best bets of who's going to survive and who's going to die. I do hope they bring back, I think it's Zoe Saldana's character from Guardians, because she was excellent and I loved her in those movies. And I don't think her and Star-Lord are done yet. I hope not, but we'll see, obviously, in a couple of days. So next, I want to give my kind of rough prediction on how they're going to beat Thanos. And this is more so like I can look back on this on Monday and say, oh yeah, I was right about this, or oh, this is how they did it. So I think how they're going to end up doing it is Ant-Man and his tech are going to basically facilitate the start of the movement backwards in time, to at least pick up Doctor Strange. And I feel like Doctor Strange is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting at moving people through time, at least. And maybe Ant-Man will be part of the moving people through space portion of it. But either way, I've got a feeling they're going to basically either try to steal the stones first or destroy the stones. But either way, I think their whole goal is to go backwards and try to collect the stones before Thanos can get them, stick them in his glove, and snap. I I don't think that's a huge reach. I think that's probably maybe not close to what's going to happen, because I don't know. But I think it's my best guess. And last, I want to give my 2 kind of ridiculous theories. There's almost no way either of these will happen, because I don't think when they were filming Endgame they had the rights to either of these franchises or people on board yet to do it. But I think my 2, like, I wish they would happen. I wish when they would go back, they would go pick up X-Men. So maybe get like Wolverine, Professor X, Magneto, maybe Mystique, and come back forward with those extra hands, and that's how they beat Thanos. I think that would be super cool. It'd be a great way to introduce the X-Men and welcome them into the MCU. If they did that, they would have to have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. But yeah, wicked long shot, but not nearly as long shot as this prediction. In my dream world, I would love for them to go full comic book, have everything kind of going down, big fight with Thanos, the Avengers are on their back foot, looks like all is lost. Then out of nowhere, you just see you see Thanos get shot in the head. He falls forward, Deadpool's just standing there blowing on his gun. I think that would be magnificent. And that would be officially the best way to end an Avengers movie, or any movie. But yeah, I don't think either of those are gonna happen. But we'll see. And we'll see in a couple of days. So, thank you all for joining me. Those are my predictions for Endgame. As always, like the video, subscribe, follow me on Fitbit, Instagram, and as a note, tonight on Instagram, I'll be reviewing a whiskey. I think I'm gonna do an old fashioned tonight. Show off my favorite cocktail and why it's my favorite cocktail, which maybe that'll be the video for tomorrow. Either way, see you all tomorrow. Remember, Monday, I'll go through my thoughts on the movie Endgame. I'll keep it spoiler free. Thank you again. That's all. Peace. Bye.